Gotta love somebody else's project. Oh, this looks like a mess. You guys know I do not half-ass stuff all the time. I hate doing that. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be adjusting some headlights on a Jeep Wrangler. Now I go to work about 3 in the morning, so it's dark out of course, and I blind everybody. Give you a little look at the door. As you can see, the driver's side is really high and diagonal. The right one is really low. Then that's my dims and my brights. They're backwards, so as you can see, the right one gets dimmer and the left one gets brighter. So I need to rewire them and I need to adjust them. Then the other day when I was driving it, I noticed when I hit bumps. Oh, okay, well. Evidently something's broke or came loose. So that's gonna get fixed, and I'm gonna rewire them and adjust them. So that's the plan for today. I'm gonna turn the lights back on. I got most of them off. Turn these lights off, then I'm gonna pop the hood and see what we can see. Well, I don't think we're seeing much under the hood. I have to pop this grill off. Might be a lot easier that way. So I'm gonna try popping this off. Looks like it's only a couple clips. A couple of them's missing. So I'm gonna grab a trim popping tool and we'll do that. Oh, this looks like a mess. See, taped up wires. Gotta love somebody else's project. I kind of just forced it. I don't know if they'd have it in the right slots, but I just forced it and kept turning it, and it came out. So that was very easy to remove. They didn't have 3 of these bottom clips clipped in at all. They ran the winch wires down that way. I personally would ran them behind this brace or a different way. So that's gonna have to get fixed sometime. All right, here's our wobbly light. Well, it looks like it might be broke. As you can see, it's supposed to be locked in that pin, I do believe. Yep. So I'm going to have to rig that up. I hate when people blind me with their lights, so I don't feel right doing it to them. So I definitely gotta get it fixed, at least temporarily, to not blind people. So instead of boring you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get that fixed, and I'll show you guys what I come up with, I guess. All right, I came up with the idea for this headlight housing. Now before I show you, I want you guys to know I do not half-ass stuff all the time. I hate doing that. But I also hate blinding people, so this is getting half-assed until I buy new housing. What I'm doing is put some zip ties on there, and it wedged it. Now it won't go back. So that's actually the adjuster there too. It's a T10. That's how you adjust the angle of it. So after I get it where I need it, I'm gonna put one more zip tie in there and maybe hold it back, so this way I don't drop down. But 2 zip ties kind of did the trick. That tab's broke off there, so it should work. I'm going to look into a new housing probably tonight when I go inside, unless I forget about it, which I do a lot. All right, so the next concern is obviously the adjustment of the headlights, and then they got it wired up wrong. I'll show you what I mean. So as you can see in this bulb, that bottom one is out, and this one, they're both lit up. And when I hit my brights, they switch. So if you watch the door over there, so basically they got one wired up to the brights and one wired up to the dims. And when you flip the brights, they rotate, I guess you'd say. So I'm also going to look into that. I'm guessing that the dims is probably just one lit up. And when they're both lit up, that's probably your brights, I'd say. So with that being said, pretty sure the passenger side one is done wrong. So I removed the air box. The next thing we're going to do is remove this power steering reservoir, which is 110mm. Then we're going to see what kind of mess we're dealing with. So I'm going to set you guys up so you kind of see what I'm doing, maybe. Alright, so what I'm going to actually do, I removed the air box. I'm going to try to set you guys up on the fuse panel here. I got my power probe. As you can see, hook it up to the battery. It's this thing right here. You can add power or ground to stuff. You can also read voltage, and it's pretty cool. Nifty little tool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply ground and power to this connector right here and see which one's supposed to be which, and then I'm going to turn the lights on and get a reading from the vehicle side of the harness and see if it's pinned right. If not, I'm going to take the wires out and repin it. Sorry I couldn't really hold the camera and show you guys what I was doing. But I turned the lights on, the low beams. This one was ground and this one was hot. And then when I turned the high beams on, this one was ground and this one was hot. So this one is currently high beams and this is low beam. Well, this middle prong is low beam and this side one over here is high beam. So basically what I gotta do is pull these 2 pins out and just flip them. It's pretty easy. You get you a flat screwdriver and see that little cutout right there. Normally just put it down there and it pulls right out. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick and we'll see what happens. So I got the pins out and see that little tab right here by my thumb. I don't know if you can make it out on this camera. That's what you're pressing in. So you press that in from the top and then you pull down and it comes out. Now when you go put it back in, you gotta make sure you spring that back out a little bit so it catches and don't get pushed back out by itself. So I'm gonna go ahead and pry it out a little bit. Just grab your little screwdriver. Sorry this ain't focused, but you kind of get what I'm doing. Just do that, then put it in the terminal you want it in. Press it in, you'll hear it click. Then make sure you tug on it so it don't come back out. To verify it don't come back out. Then just slide your connector back together. Now we'll plug it in and try it. Okay, now they're both working properly. One bulb's lit up, both of the top ones. I know you probably can't make it out, but you can see the void in the light here. And they seem to be working right. Solid bars, and your 3 little dots, which are higher than your bars. So that part is good now. We'll go ahead and reassemble all this, put the airbox in, and rebolt down the power steering reservoir. I'll put black tape or zip tie back on this. They have black tape, but I'll do a little better than that. And then I'll show you guys how to adjust them. So I looked up online to see what the legal limit was for headlights, how high they should shine. The only thing I'm finding is you're supposed to measure to your bulb, and 25 feet away it should be dropped from that measurement. So like mine's 38 from the ground, roughly. So that means, I don't know if it's 25 feet, but it's in my garage and that's going to have to work. So that's 38 inches. This piece of masking tape, kind of the same color as the door, but you get the idea. So that means my headlights should be, the main beam should be below that. I don't know if you can see the masking tape over there, but it's not. My right one's a lot lower, and my left one's, it's close, but it's diagonal. So first we're gonna fix the diagonal part of it, which is the whole headlight itself needs turned. I don't know if you can see that, but it's crooked. So it's sitting in there like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and straighten that up first. And the way you do that, I'm guessing, is loosen these screws around this ring, and you should be able to turn it. I think they're a T15. Yeah, they're a T15. So I'm gonna go ahead and loosen those up and get her straightened up first. Alright, so it turns out there's little tabs that the headlight actually sits into. As you can see right here, it's a little square piece that just slides into the housing. There's another one over here on this side. There might be one on the bottom, but I can't see that. So, and that's straight. So I don't know why they didn't put it in right. And I had to take this off because this screw hole, the head of the screw was going through, so I beat it straight. I just put it on a flat surface and pound on a little bit with a hammer. So it's all good to go now. Looks pretty straight, it shines straight. So now we'll go ahead and screw the ring back on there. Okay, I got all this tight. Now I'll show you where it shines at. So You can pretty much see the beam. Looks like the majority of the beam is up here and needs to be below his tape. So that one needs dropped and then that one needs raised. I don't know which one you guys rather see, the beam move or me adjusting, but we're going to adjust it. I'll show you adjusting. So since this one needs to go down, we will suck the top in or out. We'll bring it out some. Okay, I think that one turned out pretty good. Didn't take much at all. I have some foam. What I'm gonna do is pull this out, put some back behind there, and it should stop it from going too far back. Alright, so I rigged up this from where it's broke, put a zip tie holding it up, and a zip tie pulling it back with foam behind it. So, as you can see, it might be a little higher, but it's pretty well straight across. I'm happy with it. It shouldn't blind too much people, I don't think. Hopefully not. So now I'm gonna go ahead and clip these zip ties and put her back together. Alright, so I got the grill put back in. The clips are kind of jacked up. As you can see, this one won't stay in. I imagine it's from where they've been rattling around for so long. I don't know. But at least it's back further than what it was. The wires are actually ran behind the core support now. Then I put all the clips in. I found some different ones. You can see that one sticks up more than the other ones. That one's a different one. I went through my little parts binner over there and found I think it was missing 3 or 4. And it only takes 6, so I didn't have very many. But it's better than what it was. Pretty much wraps up this video. If you guys liked it, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you want more content, subscribe, turn notifications on, and there'll be a lot more on this Jeep. There's a lot to do to it. See you guys next time.